Hello, welcome back to Coach Bill's Sports Show. As always, I'm Coach Bill. Diving into today, we're getting into my top interior linemen, guards and centers for the draft this year. So when it comes to the draft, interior lineman wise at least, there's only really one choice for the first round pick, for any first round pick on an interior lineman, and that's Osiris Torrance, I think is how his last name's pronounced, from Florida. Hands down, best guard in this class, and it's not honestly close. Only interior lineman I think that should be picked in the first round. He's about 6'5", 330 pounds. The issue for him, because I have him ranked as my third best lineman, the issue for him is he's not a tackle. He'll end up getting drafted probably in the 5th, 6th, 7th lineman off the board, just because of the position he plays. Mountain of a man. Absolutely huge, with very, very little flaws when it comes to his passing and run blocking. He is almost flawless. The only issue, it's a very minute issue, the only issue is when he gets lined up with somebody who is fast and does a speed rush, he gets a little handsy. That typically leads to flags. But that's the only issue, and I think that can be coached out of him to know what's coming and being able to get ahead of it. Because as long as he's able to put his body in between people and the quarterback, he doesn't get calls, he doesn't give up sacks. And that's on the pass protection side. Where he shines is the run game. He is a mauler, absolute mauler. Old school lineman kind of mauler. Who is quick, fluid, and able to get to the second level fairly easily. Running is where he shines. It's where he shines. But he is amazing at pass blocking as well. So Osiris Torrance, number 1 for interior lineman. Number 2, best center in the draft is John Michael Schmitz. He's the best pure center in this draft. He's strong at the point of attack, and he's your prototypical center size, 6'4", about 320. His technique is impressive, to say the least. It's damn near flawless. From the college point of view, it's almost flawless. He's got a few little itty bitty things to pick up, but that's more of like the speed of the game for the pros kind of things. He is able to pass and run block, but he's going to be better with a team that's a run heavy team. He's going to look better. He'll look better for the Eagles than he would for, let's say, Kansas City Chiefs. He's more designed for that run game. Not saying he can't pass protect, because he can. He does a wonderful job at it. But he is built, designed. If I was to build a prototypical center for a run game, it would be John Michael Schmitz. I think he slips into the upper to middle second round. Due to the position demand, right now there's not a lot of center demand in the league, which hurts him a little bit. But his skill level is going to get him drafted. If only because a team knows that they've got a center with a year left on their contract, and it's very easy to bring in this gentleman. So That's 1 and 2. There's a drop off for the next 3 to 4, depending on how you look at it. But all the next 3 are what I call tweeners. They can play either guard or center. Some line up better to one position than the other, but they have the versatility to play both. So the best of the tweeners in my position, in my personal opinion, is Luke Heipler. I hope I'm saying that name right. Out of Ohio State. He's pro ready as a center, but he doesn't have a lot of high end upside with that. He has some high end upside with a guard, but he's going to need some help to transition into that. He's skilled as a pass and run blocker, but the problem is he's limited by his size and overall power. He has starting potential and should make it into second round, early third, but should be definitely a solid day 2 pick. If he was a little bit bigger, or if he was a little bit stronger, that ceiling gets higher, but for him, the floor is a starter in the league. And for a lot of teams, that's good enough. Give me a starter. Do you need an all-pro? I don't know. That's up to the team to decide. Next up is Steve Avila, I think is how his last name's pronounced, out of TCU. He's got to go to the correct team and scheme to be able to reach his fullest potential. Solid prospect at both guard and center. He's a monster for the interior run. His pass pro is good. Against the bull rush, his pass pro is good. Let me back that up. Where he falls short is his lateral movement. Don't get me wrong, it's not poor, but that's what's currently holding him back from being the number 3, is he has a clear hole in his game when it comes to lateral movement. He gets panicky if he starts to feel like somebody's getting past him, and that leads to lunging, grabbing, which ultimately leads to flags. If he can learn to rely on his natural athleticism to get him into better position, he'll be better off. The other issue he has is stunts. I watched a few games where he just kind of ended up lost in the stunt. And that's not good for an interior lineman. Something's got to happen. Something's got to change to where you don't get lost in the stunt, because that's going to get a quarterback killed if it's coming right up the gut at him. But do I think that's fixable? Yeah. Anything's fixable when it comes to coaching. How well does he adapt? That's what I got to see. And then lastly, we have Andrew Voorhees out of USC. He is a high floor guy, but a medium ceiling at best. He has a ton of experience. He's extremely versatile. He played, I think, just about every position on the line while at USC. I think he played some games. I know he played some games at right tackle, at left guard, right guard, and center. I don't know if he played any at left tackle, right tackle, center, guard. Don't know if he played any at left tackle. Yeah. And it's on tape. So teams can see him playing at high levels with that. The issue is, while he's very good across these positions, he has no true position where you look at him and you're like, that's the one he excels at. That's the one he has to play. So he's a good do-it-all, but he's not going to excel at anything. The tape of him shows better for center and guard while he's run blocking, but he kind of misses some things when it comes to the pass block. At least in the games I watched. I haven't done the complete dive on him yet. And I never really saw the flashes of the ceiling. You always saw the floor from him. Which, again, isn't bad. If he can give you floor consistently and start for you as a floor consistently, then he's a starter. The problem is he's not going to be an all-pro. He just hasn't shown the flashes to make me say that man has a chance to be all-pro. He should be picked in the 3rd or 4th rounds, late day 2 or early day 3, simply because of his high floor and the ability to be able to play multiple positions. It's nice to have a backup that can cover your center, your guard, and your right tackle. You know, it's nice to have. Player versatility has become more of a thing recently in the NFL, and Andrew Voorhees fills that slot well. He's not going to be an all-pro, but he can make a solid career as a starter and backup. So he's worth a chance. That's my top 5 for the centers and guards. Again, this is my opinion. Please let me know if I've missed anything, if there's anything that you think I'm wrong on. Hop in the comments. Let's discuss it. Because there could be stuff I could be wrong at. I haven't done a deep dive into every single player. Let's discuss it. Tell me if I'm missing some stuff. But as always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Definitely helps us out here. Thank you for everybody who watched episode 54, Pac-12 is dying. I think we're up to like 290 views now. Highest viewed video I've ever had. So thank you. As always, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Ready, break.